Hype, by its very nature, can go one of two ways. Either something can live up to the hype, or it can be a huge letdown. Now, the show that I'm reviewing had little to no hype, but it just might be one of the best South African shows I've ever watched. Donkerbos is an original production of the streaming service Showmax, and it is a dark, intriguing foray into the world of crime thrillers. It's an unusual story, yet sadly fitting that it's set in South Africa, a country with a horrifically high crime rate and cities that frequently feature in the top 10 and top 20 lists of homicide rates in the world. This story, though, is set in Donkerbos, a fictional town in Limpopo, the northernmost province of South Africa. The show is in 3 languages, Afrikaans, English, and Tshivenda, and I like this because apart from being representative of diversity, it also symbolizes elements of the tension we constantly feel when watching the show. When the bodies of 6 children are found in the backwater forests of Donkerbos, an ostracized detective must wrestle with her dark past, her family, and a distrustful community to catch the killer before another child is taken. Donkerbos is written and directed by Nico Schippers and stars multi-award-winning Erica Wessels, whom you may have seen in I Am All Girls, which I have reviewed on this channel as Detective Fanny van Wyk. Sanda Shandu plays Detective Teda Chivenga, Fanny's new partner shipped in from Johannesburg to assist her on the case. I'll say straight away that the acting in this show is top-notch, all the way from the top-billed actors to the smallest of bit parts. In fact, if there's a word that rings true throughout this show for me, it's care. Care in the performances, as I've just said, care in the writing and directing, the production, and when it comes to the story itself, there's care in how each main plot and subplot is revealed and allowed to play out. There's also a twisted sort of care in how the serial killer deals with his victims and the reasons he uses to justify his actions. This tells me that we're watching a unified story that's been well thought out and well executed on all levels. Now, slow burn shows aren't for everyone, so if you don't like stories that take a while to unfold, probably this isn't your cup of tea. The biggest risk with investing a lot of time and emotion into watching something that doesn't get to the point quickly is being let down by a story that isn't satisfying. In the case of a story this dark, satisfying isn't necessarily happy ending, but just paying off everything that's been set up. In that sense, I was really impressed with Donkerbos and have to applaud again the writing and directing. Though the main plot deals with horrible crimes that need to be solved and a killer who needs to be caught, this is also a story about a troubled small town and the secrets it keeps. With the exception of Teda, who is an outsider, everyone else knows everyone in the town. On top of that, everyone knows each other's secrets. The depth and intensity of this story are something that I really enjoyed, and I loved seeing how the directors grappled with these issues. There's honestly quite a lot more that I could dig into, but let me leave it here as an overview or a general review. What's left to say is that I recommend this if you're a fan of crime shows, especially slow burn type series. Even if you are though, it's worth highlighting that the majority of the victims in this show are children. So if you're very sensitive to the idea of harm being inflicted on little ones, maybe consider giving this one a miss. Though for much of the show nothing graphic is really shown, there is one child in particular whose injuries shown on screen are quite disturbing. Now, have you watched Donkerbos? What did you think of it? I'd love to read your opinion in the comment section below, and if you like this video and want to be notified about future posts on this channel, please subscribe. Otherwise, from me here on The Real Source, this is Tafadzwa saying thank you so much for watching and do take care.